Hi everybody, it's Betsy, and I am coming to you today because I woke up, read something on my Facebook page, and just felt really compelled to get this on video. What I read was a speech pathologist talking about the cost of augmentative communication, and she had done a trial with a patient and didn't know if the trial was good enough to balance out the cost of the device. And sorry, I got a phone call. It started me really thinking about, why are we doing this, and what is the cost versus benefit of a device, as well as the thought of the freedom of speech. So in the United States, freedom of speech is so vital, and people talk about it all the time as our most important right in this country. But yet, when we look at kids and adults who are nonverbal, we often wonder if it's worth the cost of the device, and it really becomes ridiculous when you think about it. So you can get an iPad now with a very robust augmentative communication app for easily under $500, maybe even under $400. You can get an Android tablet with a robust speech therapy or augmentative communication app for under $250 at the max. So you can get a very inexpensive device and an app that will work. You can get an Android device with a free app that may not be the most robust app, but at least will give somebody a voice for under $50 these days. And you can get a eye gaze system, probably the most expensive eye gaze system, fully, everything that you could ever possibly need for under $20,000. That is giving someone a voice, or giving someone a chance to communicate. Even if you don't know if they're going to be able to do it, don't they deserve that chance? So when I do a trial, I am just looking for access. Is this the right type of device for them to be able to access? If it's eye gaze, are they able to use their eyes to access their device? If it's touch, are they able to access that touch screen? So when we talk about costs, I want to give you a few comparisons. So my family and I went out for dinner last night. It was $125. Now, some families don't spend that much on dinner, but when you think about a iPad and an app, one of the most expensive touchscreen devices really now when you think about it, if we're not looking at a dedicated traditional AAC device, that's 4 dinners. 4 dinners for someone to have freedom of speech and for them to be able to have a voice. When you think of even about a $20,000 device, let me give you a comparison. My son Henry has a vagal nerve stimulator. It is kind of like a pacemaker for his brain, so it helps with his seizure control. It is very, I don't want to say experimental, but many people do not have any success from a vagal nerve stimulator. And it has to be tweaked. The settings on it have to be tweaked. We probably tweaked Henry's for 18 months at least before he got any kind of seizure control with it. And it has not stopped his seizures, but it has helped his quality of life. So that device is $80,000 just for the little device. He's had 2 of them. They last about 3.5 to 5 years, depending on your settings. And again, you have to continually tweak those settings. You can't just put that device in somebody's body and expect it to work right. So for $80,000 just for the device, that is not counting the surgery and the hospital time after. I estimated that it cost about $125,000 each time he has that device changed out. And we didn't know if that was going to work. We had no ability to do a trial. He had seizures, so they put this device in him, and we hoped that it worked. Now, he happens to be one of the people that the company thinks gets the most use out of this device of everyone that they've ever seen with it. It has not stopped his seizures. It has helped his quality of life. $125,000 every few years for that. And we're worrying about spending $20,000 to give someone the freedom of speech and the power of having a voice. So I just want you all to think about that. And families, please feel free to show this video to therapists and school personnel who may be hesitant to give your child a voice for $500 or $5,000 or $20,000. They deserve a chance to communicate.